we'll go through a lab which is compliance assessment. Here that involved three tasks. First, create an ISO 27001 compliance assessment using Microsoft Purview Compliance Manager. Then assign improvement actions to a technical engineer, and after that grant appropriate access for the engineer to view and work on assigned tasks. So let's start that one. So here I have already connected to Microsoft Purview using administrator user account and password. Then on your left side, you see the options available. So here select the solutions, and then from under solutions, select the compliance manager. So from here, if you go down, you can see the different options available like key improvement actions. Improvement action, what you can take, it's also giving the point basis and what type of action type and what group, what the test status. You can see all those many options available, improvement actions, and also solution that affect your score. So here you can see that view all solutions, select that view all solutions. So now let's do an assessment. So for that on left side, you can see that assessments. So select that option. And now let's create an assessment. So for that, click add assessment. From here, first is coming base your assessment on a regulation. So select regulation, and from here you can see different type of regulations that follows. You can see relate to supported services also. So now we are going to select here ISO. So you can select the uh, options, regulation options before applying. Then select that regulation options and select save. Then click, it's a regulation name. Then here is coming assessment group. So here you can click on create a new group, or let's see, maybe some existing already there. No. So click create a new group, give a group name. Then there's option like copy data for an existing group, but in our case we are not selecting that one. So click next. Now we need to select that service. So here click on select services, and here you can see that Microsoft 365 that's already listed. So select that one. Then click next. So review and finish page, and review that one, what the regulation, and then what kind of services. When that has been reviewed, click create assessment. No assessment created. So select done to view your new assessment. So select done here. So you can see that assessment is here. So we have completed the first task. Next task is assign task to a technical user. So for that, let's go back to compliance manager section, and here is the assessment, and you can see that our assessment is here that we have created. Now you can see that there are different options available: progress control, improvement actions, Microsoft actions. So select that your improvement actions, and then if you go down, there are like 110 items. So we can filter here also for that different filter set options as like options are available. So here you see that control family is any. So select to physical control and then select apply. And down below here is the improvement actions. Okay, so that is control family to physical control. We have applied that one. And here, let's select that option to select all. So you can see that three actions available here. Let me expand that one. So block sync lock of a specific file type within the shared drive, cancel information with lockdown, manage mobile device management device remotely. And after selections, um, select that assign to user, and then it's coming suggested people. So select here for a user. So select that Nestor Wilkie and click assign. So you have successfully assigned task to a technical user. Next, we are going to provide access to a technical engineer for the improvement actions. So for that, from this assessment, here you can see that manage user access, select that options. Now here, manage user access, you can see that there is a different options like readers, assessor and contributor. So select the assessor tab and add assessors, and search box, search for Netsor, select that user and click apply. When that is done, select save. So we have successfully granted Nestor Wilkie the assessor role for this assessment. So we've successfully completed like first conduct an assessment, then assign task to technical engineer, and third task is provide access to a technical engineer for the improvement actions. So we completed this lab. Let's go for the next lab. So in this lab, we'll go through data classification framework. Contoso Limited is preparing for an ISO 27001 uh, 2022 audit and needs to establish a data classification framework. The company is introducing a new project ID system for construction project and comply with the government regulations. All document containing a project ID must be retained for 5 years. There is the project ID. And then this lab involves first create a custom sensitive information type using a regular expression to identify project ID. After that, create a retention label with a 5 level retention period, 5 year. Then configure auto apply policy to automatically label documents containing project IDs. So let's start the lab. So here I have already connected to the Microsoft Purview window. Now let's go to the solutions options, and here mm, go for information protections section. And when we are in information protection section, you can see that different options are available here. Now on left side, expand the classifiers options and select the sensitive info types. So when you are in this sensitive info type space, click on create sensitive type info type, then give a name, a description entry, then select next. Now define pattern for this sensitive info type page. Here click on create pattern, and in this page you can see that there is options for mm, confidence level, primary element. So confidence levels, default is fine, high confidence. Then primary element, select here like add primary element, and select the options regular expressions. Now here that choose from the existing regular expression. So you can give an ID name, and regular expression, uh, give these options. And after passing the regular expression, two options are available: word match and string match. So select that. In our case we are going with string match, and after that select on done and click create. So now we go back to define pattern page, select next. Now we are in the page of choose the recommended confidence level to show in compliance policies. So here we can see that high confidence level, select next, and then click on create. So policy is created. We have successfully created a new sensitive information type to identify project IDs. Now next task, we are going to create a retention level. So for that, let's click on done. So now we'll go through task 2, create a retention level. So for that you can go to solutions, then data lifecycle management. When you in data lifecycle management, you can see that there is option retention levels. Select that one. On label space, click on create a label. Now give a retention label name. Give a description for users. Then down below here, give a descriptions for admin. Then select next. Now define label settings page. You can see that there are different options. In our case, we are selecting lab like remain items forever for a specific period, not enforce some actions after a specific period. There is also option for just label items. So click next. So what we are going to do, we are going to set the retain items for 5 years and start the retention period based on when items were created. Now click next. Now choose what happens after the retention period. So what we want to deactivate retention settings. So select that options and then click next. On the review and finish page, review all the settings and then click on create level. So here is the retention label is created. Now there are also options, 3 options available. So select do nothing and click done. So we have successfully created a label like retention of construction project documentations. Next, next we are going to create auto apply the retention levels. So for that, you can see on your left side that different options are available. So we are going to select that policies and there is a label policy. So select that label policies. When you there, you can see that there is options like auto apply a label. So select that auto apply a label. And this page, let's get started. Give a name, give a descriptions, then select next. Now choose the type of content you want to apply this level to. So here we are going to select that apply label to content that contains sensitive info. That is fine in our case, default one. Click next. And here content that contains sensitive info. So we have to select the categories here. So here we can see the different options: financial, medical and health, privacy, custom, Indian. So select the custom one and then regulations, that is categories, then regulation. So if you select finance, so based on that it will get you see that Australian like Australia financial data or different countries was you're getting the regulation. Mm, medical and health, you can health related like Australia Health Records Act, you can get that one. So based on your category selection, you're getting the regulations options. So here we are going to select custom and select the regulation custom policy. Create a custom policy from scratch. You can see the information here and then click next. So now here it's getting defined content that contains sensitive info. So let's give a group name. And here see the add options, expand that to select the sensitive info type, and you can see those options are available here. Many options like what we want to select. So here the label we created, we are going to use that one, which is project identification number, and then select add. So after that, what other options? Project identification number, confidence level, high is fine, and there is a instance count 1 to any, that also fine. Then select next. Now we are getting policy scores. So in policy score page, we leave the is that admin units is full directory, that is fine. Then click next. Now we are getting to the type of retention policies to create. So two options are available, adaptive and static. So we are going to select that static in our case, and after that click on next. Now we see here, choose where to automatically apply the label. Verify the status is you can see the verify the status. You can see that 4 locations and status is on. Then select next. Now here you can see that choose a label to auto apply. So select here add label, and select the uh, intention of construction project that we created, 5 year skip. Select add, then select next. Now decide whether to test or run your policy. So select turn on policy here, and then select next, and here review and finish, and select submit, and then when that is done, you just click on done button. So we have successfully published and auto applied the retention policies and label to all documents that contains that project ID. You see that label document. If you want, you can disable the policies. You can delete that one. You can edit that one also. If you go and you can edit. So we have successfully completed this one. Create a custom sensitive information type. Then we create a retention level, and after that we auto apply the retention level. Now we'll go through the retention policies. So in this lab, we are going to analyze existing retention policies using PowerShell. Then we'll create a company-wide retention policy with a 5 year minimum retention period. And after that, create an auto-apply retention level for German financial data with the 11 year retention period. So let's start the lab. Okay, cancel this one. So from here, let's go to the portal. We have options here. So let's open a terminal session. So for that, select that right button, and then here is the terminal admin. Select that options. Now click yes. So when we are in this page, terminal session, so let's execute a command to install the latest Exchange online PowerShell module versions. So here you see that it's a message like mm, confirm the untrusted repository security dialog. So you select Y and press enter. It may take little time here. Now let's execute the command to connect to security and compliance PowerShell. So when prompted for login, pass the admin username and admin password. So account added to this device, select done. So you can see the message here. So it's still doing something. So now let's execute the following CMD let to view existing retention policies and settings. So you can see the settings here like name, uh, priority, retention action, retention duration, workload, those values that we are checking. So we have successfully viewed the existing labels and settings to decide whether they meet the legal requirements or not. So now we are going to create a retention policy. So for that, let's go back to Purview window. Now here select solutions, go to data lifecycle management. And when you are in data lifecycle management page, select the policies, expand that one. And here you select the retention policies. And let's create a new retention policy. So select that new retention policies and give a policy name, give a description for the policy, click next, and the policy scope page, select, you can see that admin units full directory, select next, and choose the type of retention policy to create, select static and select next. and it's showing choose where to apply this policy page. Then you can see those status is on for first four locations: Exchange, Mailbox, SharePoint, Classic, and communication sites, OneDrive accounts, Microsoft 365 group mailboxes, and sites. So click next. Like decide if you want to retain content, delete it, or both of those. So here you can set retain items for a specific period. Select here 5 years. Start the retention period based on when items were created, and at the end of the retention period we want to set do nothing. Then click next. On the review and finish page, select submit, and then submitting here. And then here select done. So we have successfully created retention policy. That is this one, general retention policy. And you can see there are other retention policies that are available, and we can just delete those one by one. For example, if you don't want anything, you can just select and delete. Multiple delete option, I cannot see that one. So you can delete all other policies. Now we are going to let you can delete, but now we will go to task 3, which is create a retention level. So for that, go to solutions and where we are in data lifecycle management, and select retention level, and this space click create a level. So now the next task, we are going to create a retention level. So for that, under data lifecycle management, select the retentions level, click create a level, give a level name, give a description for users, then give a description for admin, select next. On the define level in settings, select enforce action after a specific period, then select next. Next, on define the period, select that for 10 years. And when should the period begins? When items were created, select next. Choose what happens after the period, select that delete items automatically, and click next. On the review and finish page, select create level. So retention level is created. This page, now we need to select the next step. So select auto apply this level to a specific type of content, then select done. So then it's getting the option, let's get started. So give a name here, and also give a descriptions, then select next. On the choose type of content you want to apply this level to, here we are going to select apply label to content that contains sensitive info, then select next. Here categories, we are going to select custom. No, this time we are going to select filter to categories is financial. But before that, you can see that there is a above, there is options like search for a specific template, all countries or region. So select here. Let's filter. We are going to set that up for Germany. Select that Germany, and then for that particular country, and select the category. So we are going to select financial, and we can select German financial data, or we can select Australia also. So any countries, we can select that one, then select these options. So select next here. In this sensitive info, we can see this information. Group name is default. Credit card number, high confidence, depth number. So I'm just considering on the default for our lab perspective. Click next. Inside the policy scope, we are just taking the default. Click next. So the type of retention policy to create. Here we are going to select static. Click next. And it's choose where to automatically apply the label. Make sure that you're enabling this exchange mailbox, which was already it's on, and then click next. On the choose a label to auto apply page, you can see that replace label, but we can see the German data here. So German financial data is already there, so we do not need to. If not, then you can add that one. If I click next, decide whether to test or run your policy page. Select turn on policy, click next, and review and finish. So here you just select submit, and when that is done, um, complete, select done. So that's it for this lab. If you have any questions, please add that into comment sections. Otherwise, see you in next lab. Thank you.